Say things.
Hey, this is Joey Tini.
Hi everyone. This is, I guess, our YouTube channel. I don't really know. This is maybe just a YouTube video. I don't know if it's a full channel yet, but
Subscribe below, I believe is what they say.
exactly. I am Safiya.
I'm Joe.
We are basically trapped in Ohio for this quarantine, and we are in Joe's childhood bedroom actually. And we are filming a Q&A video. So I basically posted on Instagram a couple of days ago and said that we were going to film this video, and a bunch of people sent in questions, and by a bunch I mean like, you know, a good amount. So I'm just going to pull those up and we're going to go through them, and that's it. And Joe has never seen these questions before, so yeah, totally cold. So the first question, how did we meet?
We met at work.
Yeah. Basically Joe was my coworker, and we didn't really talk at work, honestly, to begin with. And then I think we both kind of around the same time, like maybe decided that we were maybe into the other person.
But then it was a question of rolling the dice on a coworker relationship.
Yeah. So we definitely tiptoed around it for a long time, I think. And we were just like talking every day and like chatting a lot. And then, I don't even know, like we had a lot of work events together. So there were lots of like, I don't know, probably flirtatious moments. And then...
Would we have gotten together if we worked together in a company in a different industry that had less social events?
I think it would have taken like way longer. I think it would have taken like a whole year longer, because we basically worked in advertising, and there were a lot of like industry parties, and there were just lots of opportunities for us to be like out and drinking around each other, which I think kind of like sped everything up. But if we worked in like finance, I maybe never, honestly.
If our only interactions were within the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yes, of course. Meant to be.
Yes, of course. But yeah, no. But yeah, I don't know. And then we dated secretly for like a few months, and then I think there was maybe like there was probably some event that I wanted Joe to come to, but I was like, it really doesn't make sense for me to be inviting him to this thing unless like we just tell people that we're dating. And I think that was honestly how we started telling people, just like when we were at events together.
Yeah, there was a...
What was it?
Well, I was gonna say there was a rollout of...
Okay. All right. What's your favorite local/online shop that we can support right now? Obviously, because it's a quarantine. I love this question because not only do I love shopping, but I love supporting small businesses. I would say, well, I'll just tell you guys what I'm shopping right now. I am like really into finding like activities and projects for me to do while we are quarantined, because I just like to be doing things. So I, right now on Etsy, am shopping like little embroidery sets so I can embroider random phrases on pillows. So, I mean, I think Etsy is a good like aggregator of small businesses.
I'm checking my pillows.
Businesses.
Sophia's staying in my room.
Stitch. I haven't done anything yet, but I would say Etsy, and I get gifts for Joe on Etsy, and yeah, that's good. It's not a specific one, but yeah.
My family has discovered a soap brand called Duke Cannon, and it's kind of these corny like soaps for guys, fragile masculinity, you know, big square brick of soap called like, you know, the Duke Cannon Sailor Edition and the Duke Cannon Iron Edition and stuff like that.
They're really funny.
But it is really like, maybe just in the packaging of it, it feels like more special soap than usual. I mean, you appreciate having it, but we all love it. We all reference Duke Cannon
regularly in conversation. Yes.
But we discovered that company in one of those small trinkety shops when we were all on vacation in Michigan, and we picked some up, and we've been like going back to the site to restock ever since. And my dad will get it for his friends, and like we've introduced it to others, and have become brand advocates for Duke Cannon apparently.
Yeah.
It's a cool one.
Yeah. Okay. Next. What city in Ohio are we in? Is it a ghost town? So we are in Sylvania, Ohio. It is a suburb basically of Toledo, Ohio. We're about as far north as you can go in Ohio at this point, right? I'm checking up with Joe because I'm not from here, obviously. And we flew in, literally so far north, we flew into Detroit, which is closer to his house than Ohio airports are. Is it a ghost town? Honestly, no. We went for a run a couple of days ago, and there are lots of other people out, like running, walking, I don't know, walking the dog. Like, I think everyone's keeping the distance, but they're still going outside, and it's suburbia, so it's not like everyone's on top of each other, but it's definitely not a ghost town. And there's food in the grocery stores here, which there was not in LA, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, at least here in the neighborhood of Cobblestones, it's very much un-ghost town. In the larger town, it's about as sleepy as usual.
Shameless plug for Cobblestones, I just caught that, it's fun. Okay, next. What city in Ohio are we in? Is it a ghost town? So we are in Sylvania, Ohio. It is a suburb basically of Toledo, Ohio. We're about as far north as you can go in Ohio at this point, right? I'm checking up with Joe because I'm not from here, obviously. And we flew in, literally so far north, we flew into Detroit, which is closer to his house than Ohio airports are. Is it a ghost town? Honestly, no. We went for a run a couple of days ago, and there are lots of other people out, like running, walking, I don't know, walking the dog. Like, I think everyone's keeping the distance, but they're still going outside, and it's suburbia, so it's not like everyone's on top of each other, but it's definitely not a ghost town. And there's food in the grocery stores here, which there was not in LA, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. From Lib, when are you getting engaged? LOL, don't hate me, miss ya.
Well, YouTube, funny, this should come up.
I don't know, not for a long time. I love Joe so much, but I am in no rush, basically. And I don't think Joe's in a rush either. So.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I love you so much as well. I heard 2 years recently.
You heard that from me because I said that. Yeah, so probably, 2 years. We've only been dating for 2 years, so I'm fine with a couple more years. I mean,
just to be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to make sure.
Yeah. So that's it. Liv, thank you for that question. Okay, Alex asked, what's Joe's favorite thing about me? Yes. Let's hear it.
Wow, there's so many.
You have to pick one, or maybe two, if it's just like...
If it's overwhelmed, like...
So...
the cup overfloweth.
Yeah.
To not be obvious and boring, and just talk about your intelligence and your beauty, which are both far beyond the degree out of my league would be the way to say it, in both categories, seriously.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty lucky, and holding on tight for sure. Speaking of that engagement. But what I love about you, what I love about us most...
No, it says your favorite thing about me, not us.
is I was gonna say we're so in sync. I don't know if you would call it like the same personality or the same sense of humor, or just the same. We describe it sometimes as like the same like way of thinking, but when we're together and we're on, it is like we're inseparable and just like nonstop back and forth.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yeah.
It's as fun today as day one.
Yeah.
And it's just quite hilarious.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think that you technically didn't answer this question because you made it about us still, but I totally agree. I feel like we have the same, like, I don't know, like, we just have the same perspective on a lot of things, and we care about the same things, and we have, like, the same, I don't know, values. I don't know, we just care about the same things, and we think about things in very much the same way. So there's just, like, a lot of implicit understanding there, because he gets, like, all of the weird things that like, consume me, and, like, that I, like, am so weird about, and he totally gets them, and so I, like, never have to feel weird ever, so that's good. And I think vice versa.
To have not only made the question about us, but potentially answered my favorite thing about you is how similar we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Is a problematic answer, so I will say that Safiya is brilliant, and the speed at which she reads is just one example of the awe that I have for her every day.
I read 2 full books yesterday, so yeah. Like, Zoe asks if we miss her. Obviously we do.
We hope you're staying safe and sane.
Yeah, and we'll have to figure out when we're both going home. So, okay. So then, am I still reviewing subscription services during self-quarantine? I am, actually. So I brought I brought to Ohio with me 2 packages that are both from new services that I'm trying out. So I am pumped to film videos for those and, like, shoot outfits from those. So I still will be doing reviews, so look out for those. Yeah.
I haven't tried something like this yet.
Okay. Why did you leave me alone in LA? So this is actually a fair question. So we left LA really because we both were just, like, we don't feel like LA is totally home yet. So the idea of, like, being quarantined in this city that doesn't feel totally familiar / happy to us yet, or not even happy, but just it doesn't feel like totally familiar, like, to be in a kind of new city and far from your whole family, kind of, while all this, like, weirdness is happening. So I feel like that was a really big part of it. Part of it was I feel super stranded in LA because I don't drive yet, and so I was pretty much limited to, like, whatever was within walking distance of my apartment. So there's, like, one Trader Joe's, and that Trader Joe's was cleaned out every single day. So I just was like, I just felt really stranded, and I was like, you know, if push came to shove, I don't feel confident here that I would, like, be able to get things that I needed when I needed them, which is, like, a really scary feeling. So that's kind of why we came. I'm trying to think what else. We also, like, we're hearing rumors about, like, of them eventually restricting travel. So we wanted to, if there was any chance at all that we wouldn't be able to leave later on, we wanted to, like, go before that happened.
Yeah.
Anything else then?
Yeah. Cobblestones is a nice place to be quarantined.
It is.
Our house has a lot of snacks, a lot of couches, a lot of TVs, a lot of towels, and it certainly made me extra aware of the privilege that we have to be able to come and live at somebody else's house and are welcomed, and also maybe aware of, like, the distance between myself and a complete sustained life on my own, that I'm even saying things like that. Like, I couldn't last in my own house for too long.
It's probably not good, but that's how I felt. Why are we both so corny is not a real question, so just gonna scroll on by that one. Lynn, will you guys please be my friends when I move to LA? Lynn, yes. The answer is yes. I say yes. Joe says yes. Please come to LA. We would totally hang out all the time and it would be so fun. So, yes.
In Los Angeles, it's about who you know.
There you go. Okay, Laurel says, when did you realize Joe was the one? Which is such a loaded question. Like, what the heck? I feel like I'm not allowed to say that you are the one because we're not married yet. And, like, that's, like, the ultimate confirmation of that thing. Do you know what I mean? Which is, like, yeah, I don't know. It feels weird saying that because I'm like, we're just dating. But, like, we aren't just dating. Like, we are...
The one is emotional.
Yeah, like...
It's not so literal.
Yeah. Yeah, when I think about it, not literally like, oh, we are married and I've picked this person, Joe is like 100% the one. He's just like...
I am your person.
Yeah, he is like my partner in all things and yeah, he's doing this thing and he takes all my pictures and like, I don't know, is the person that I go to for everything. So, I mean, I think I probably knew... I don't know. I feel like there were phases of it. Like really early on, Joe and I went on this like awesome date over Christmas, and I like literally still remember that my like the whole time my heart was like literally beating so fast, and I was just like so nervous. And I think we literally held hands the whole date, and I was just like literally so giddy. And that was like an early stage, like, okay, I'm like really obsessed with this person. And then I would say like a later stage version of that was honestly just like him saying yes to coming to LA. Like I had kind of had the idea, but I was like nervous that like he wouldn't really be into the idea, or like that we would have to do long distance or something like that, which I really did not want to do. And I knew that Joe like also really didn't want to do long distance, so I was like super nervous to even like bring up the idea. But like Joe has just been down for the cause and like kind of down to do whatever, and I really appreciate that he's like confident enough to pick up his whole life and like move somewhere else, because I don't think everyone would be willing to do that. So yeah, I think coming to LA, I'm like, okay, like that's kind of how you know.
As I said, I'm holding on tight. I'm not an idiot in the situation I've got going here.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my answers?
I guess, yeah, sure.
Funny enough, I also was going the direction of like really early stages.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I think we never dated very casually. Yeah. And I think it's because we like we kind of fell into dating. Yeah. With all the feelings already being there, as opposed to like asking one another out and seeing like if it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really true.
But I remember, this is how early this was, that we weren't even like dating, but I just was like, I must have been just going on and on about you to my buddies, as I still do, and my friend Reggie said, "Joe, do you have a girlfriend?" And I was like, I think I 100% do.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was literally a point, and we could probably pinpoint the date, because it was like a specific happy hour that we went to a specific weekend in February, and it was like after that point there was not a single weekend that we did not spend the whole weekend together, like,
and haven't since.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. Like that was just kind of it, and yeah, that was it. And then we still worked together at that point, so I was seeing him 7 days a week, and usually that would really annoy me, and I would be totally over the person, but I was just like, I am so happy to see you 7 days a week for the rest of forever, basically. And now I kind of do.
Still going. And now quarantined.
Okay. Are there plans for a Jokerpalooza this summer?
Love this question. Wow.
I know.
Jokerpalooza is my DIY music festival that I've put on for the past 3 years, featuring any musicians that I know. It will, in fact, it's actually, the bar is already booked for August 22nd. And so all I can say is, if you're musically able, please get in contact with me.
Yeah, and in the Chicago area.
And if you're going to be in Chicago on August 22nd, please come to Jokerpalooza at Monty's Tap.
Yeah. Drogerpalooza is literally one of the coolest things that I've ever heard of any of my friends doing. I've been at every single one. I went to the first one.
That's really special to me.
Like, Joe and I weren't even dating it. I had just started at work, and
long before we were dating.
yeah, it was like before there was even anything. And he just invited me, and we hadn't even really been friends yet, but he just was kind of inviting everyone around the office that everyone hung out with. And yeah, I love that I've been to all of them too. It makes me really happy.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's a very, very special day. It's something only Joe could dream up, basically. Yeah, it's fun. It's the best party of the year every year.
It's my favorite thing. It's my hobby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're already talking like song ideas.
Yeah.
And setting up for
There
August.
is also a period of time, probably like a month and a half before it, where Joe literally ignores me for 6 weeks because he's just like exclusively like running rehearsals with the musicians and like, you know, figuring out decorations and like doing all of the random things that he does. And I always get so mad like right before it because I'm just like, you have not paid attention to me for so long. But then it's like worth it the day off because it's such a fun party. So I get it and I understand and I forgive him.
I take days off work for it every year.
Yes, it's very serious. It's very serious. Okay, last question is from my brother, but it's a repeat. When are y'all getting hitched is what he asked, but we already answered that, and so we're gonna leave it at that. Last question that I pulled from Lauren and Cameron, because I don't know if you guys watch Love is Blind, but is my phone in here?
Bum, bum, bum.
How you feeling? Is that it?
Good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You?
Pretty good. Yeah, move the chair. Okay.
I can't what?
No rolling.
Can I roll this way?
No. No, you cannot. Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Are we filming?
so yeah, we're filming. We
Okay, great.
have to do a welcome.
Okay.
What's our welcome?
Take it away. Oh,
Okay.
what's our welcome gonna be? This is the whole series, huh?
No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. This is super awkward. We should just do it.
We'll sing.
Okay. Okay.
We'll say something at the same time.
Nothing in unison. Good. Hi everyone. This is, I guess, our YouTube channel. I don't really know. This is maybe just a YouTube video. I don't know if it's a full channel yet, but
Subscribe below, I believe is what they say.
exactly. I am Safiya.
I'm Joe.
Cool. We are basically trapped in Ohio for this quarantine, and we are in Joe's childhood bedroom actually. And we are filming a Q&A video. So I basically posted on Instagram a couple of days ago and said that we were going to film this video, and a bunch of people sent in questions, and by a bunch I mean like, you know, a good amount. So I'm just going to pull those up and we're going to go through them, and that's it. And Joe has never seen these questions before, so yeah, totally cold. Let me just remember how I can actually go look at this again. Okay. So, the first question, how did we meet?
We met at work.
Yeah. Basically Joe was my coworker, and we didn't really talk at work, honestly, to begin with. And then I think we both kind of around the same time, like maybe decided that we were maybe into the other person.
But then it was a question of rolling the dice on a coworker relationship.
Yeah. So we definitely tiptoed around it for a long time, I think. And we were just like talking every day and like chatting a lot. And then, I don't even know, like we had a lot of work events together. So there were lots of like I don't know, probably flirtatious moments. And then,
Would we have gotten together if we worked together in a company in a different industry that had less social events?
I think it would have taken like way longer. I think it would have